you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now on first down. Short to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got the first down and moved past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Carr completes it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Yeah, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. 14 yards. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense. Now signal to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On first down, Justin Herbert. It's brought incomplete. It's John Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Herbert on first down now. Henry brings it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Los Angeles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. after one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Chargers nothing.
First and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
second down. Here's Carr.
They're looking for more, but this is intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Raiders 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. To throw his Carr. And he floats one there, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And a
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. A shotgun snap for Herbert. it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Kaiser White on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On is the Chargers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Jones on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Chargers.
First down, it's Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Nola. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And a slant hold in by Rhodes. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Man off the left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 48-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
Herbert's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And taking into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 20 of the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Herbert being chased.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They throw right away. That's complete out on the right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Carr now to throw. Waller taking it out for the middle. And a run past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 36, Carr, the open man here, Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Carr now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Raider first down, 17 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. On first and 10, here's Carr. Forced out to his left. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Herbert now to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Herbert on first down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Touchdown, L.A.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw, Carr. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
3rd and 10.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now it's the backup Mariota. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
30-yard line.
Throw. Reception here by Rhodes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Knocks the ball away.
2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. But that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try now for Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's touchdown. I just dropped the bag on the tag. Ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass. Come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole. Then I'm running. Get money. You ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline. A flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play. In the red zone. Going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock. Just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks. That's a whole field. He don't want no championship. Get him out of here. I just got to set like I run up in the backfield. I just got to set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake. Make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown. I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag. Ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass. Come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole. Then I'm running. Get money. You ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline. A flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play. In the red zone. Going strong. Watch me shake it.
Menu narration option is set to off.
take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
Now, he wasn't playing that last game right here on Earth, was he? I mean, there's just no way. I mean, that performance, that number of times getting the ball into the end zone, throwing it.
No interceptions,
No interceptions, took care of it. Yeah, he was a little otherworldly in his last performance.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Two plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a... First and 10.
42-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brought down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
For
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Makes the score Cowboys 3.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the 1st drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
In at quarterback. His pass complete to...
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's Coleman here. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Giorgio Tavecchio on for the field goal. A 20-yard.
Tavecchio puts this one through.
He is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one.
3-3.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
21, Ezekiel Elliott.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
For our Cowboys.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
At the 45-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 81. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 2. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
ready to go again offensively. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
A 5-yard pickup.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning it, here's Hamler. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. No. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they have a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Back on him. Offense, New York gets set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hamler now on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be out right at the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
45-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
New York.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
The pass.
And a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
on 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
With the score,
back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Complete to Byron Pringle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
27-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Complete to
from the 4. This is 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 4-yard line.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Back sacked.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The pass.
Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have 1 right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
To C.D. Lamb.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a first down.
First and 10.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not. Supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff.